everybody, we're gonna get started right away today. We're using this Stampin' Bella stamp, and we're gonna be using this sketch from the Sweet Step Sketch Challenge. It's number SSS73, and I'm gonna turn this upside down real quick just so that you can see better with what I'm doing on the MISTI. I actually found my magnet, so I was able to lay down my card piece. We're using the My Favorite Things hybrid ink in the black licorice, and we're just stamping that down. Now, before cutting out, my die cut for this piece here, I did make sure just a little bit of the bunny ear was snipped off at the top, but it works. So we're going to zoom in close here, and I decided, because I kind of rearranged my room a little bit, and my Spectrum Noir markers are right here in front of me now, so I decided to do just a little bit of coloring. I'm using just 2 colors. You can do 3, but I just wanted to kind of just get color down. These could work, just using the 1 color. It's up to you on what all you want to do and how fancy you want to get. So for me, I'm putting the darker shade on the bottom, trying to give it like some roundness, and then I'm using the lighter color again on top to blend it all together. And then I decided to also put the same color inside the bunny ears. And then just use a little bit of the dark. In small spaces, you don't have to go back over really with the light, because once you lay down the color, the markers, the way alcohol markers work, they will kind of blend on their own. It's just in a lot of the large spaces where you have to do the little bit extra to make sure it blends. So using the CT3 again, I put down the color on the boots and then went in with the darker shade on the boot that was behind the one in the front, leaving the front part of that boot a little bit brighter. Now, with the way these stamps are set up, they're almost like sketched in. So what I decided to do was to grab the flesh tone, I think it's the FS4, and I just followed the lines of the drawing, and then I colored in her legs and her face to match. You could have colored in like the opening of the mouth pink, or I didn't really want to get into all that. I just wanted to have everything be colored and be done. This is supposed to be quick and easy because I'm actually making 8 cards of this. I'm just showing you guys the one that I did. For the I decided that the eggs were in a pail, so that's why I colored it silver. And that was the BG5, if you have Spectrum Noirs. And for the egg colors, I'm showing you real quick the different colors that I'm using. Got a little pink, a yellow, a green, purple, and a red. And I'm just trying to go, every other egg, just so that there's a little bit of a color popping out from the top of the pail. And you can go all out with this. If you like your bucket or whatever she's carrying the eggs in to be, it could have been made out of pattern paper. You would have just stamped that part of the stamp on like a pattern paper and then fussy cut it out and glue it on top. You can do that. So there's a lot of different things you can do. I'm just bringing the sketch back in so that way you can see, what we were working with. But before that, I did go off camera because there's nothing more boring than watching somebody trying to just tape up pages and put them together. So I'm just pointing out real quick the different pieces and how we're going to put them together. And I'm just using the ATG gun to just put my 2 pieces together. I figured that was enough taping. I just didn't want to have to show you because there's a lot of layers to this card, each piece. And then once I got that laid down, I figured out where to put our centerpiece. And on this particular card, my idea is that I'm not actually putting a sentiment on the outside. I'm just going to decorate it with the bunny and the eggs. Put the ribbon on with a flower, which I'm getting ready to show you the flower we're going to use. And when it comes time to give this out, I'm actually going to do the sentiment on the inside. And I'm just grabbing some ribbon that matches my girl. We're just going to roll that around and then tape it down with some Scotch tape. And I had decided for these cards that this top piece that we just put together, I would put it on foam tape. So I have a large roll of white foam tape that I haven't really used much of, so I decided to grab it and go ahead and use that for my dimension. And it just lifts it up enough. All these cards that I'm making here are actually going to be handed out to friends, so I wasn't worried about the bulkiness or it sitting up too high. I just figured, you know, go all out, let's make a card that I'm most happy about, and I'll just hand deliver them. And then all we need is our flower. And with the flower, all I did was add it with some glue dots. I added 2 glue dots to the back of the flower and then attached it on the card front. And there you have it. Oh, trying to move it down here. There's our sketch, and there's the card that we made. Alright, so thank you guys so much for joining me today. I thank you for coming along on this ride with me. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. And make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe. And please share. You know, let everybody know that I'm here and I'm making these videos. And I would gladly appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great Easter weekend. And I will see you next week for our next videos.